In the words of Nelson Mandela, it always seems impossible until it's done. And on that note, I welcome you to Know Your Representative, the program that bridges the visible gap between lawmakers and their constituents. I am Maria Olashende. But first, let's meet my guest, who has been described as the voice of his people and who always insists that his works will speak for him. Honourable Lawrence Babatunde Ayeni was born on March the 31st, 1961. He is from Ilesha West local government in Osun State. He attended Ifeoluwa School, Osu, between 1966 and 1973. At Akumosa High School between 1973 and 1974. George Broughton Memorial College, Ilesha, Osun State in 1979. Government Technical College, Ilaro, Ogun State, and in 1984, he bagged a diploma in mechanical engineering from the SETI and Guilds of London Institute. He went to the Polytechnic Ibadan for his OND, Wolex Polytechnic Lagos State for his HND, Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply Management of Nigeria, Cambridge Business School, Certificate in Government and Legislative Process, Westminster, Atlanta, Georgia. After his experience in the private sector, Honourable Lawrence Babatunde Ayeni ventured into politics as a member of the UPN in 1978, UNCP Councillor candidate in 1995, Alliance for Democracy Councillor Oshodi Solo Local Government, Majority Leader 1999 to 2002. He was a member Lagos State House of Assembly under the ACN, and he was the Chairman House Committee on Youth, Sports and Social Development between 2007 to 2011. Member Lagos State House of Assembly under the All Progressives Congress APC, and he was the Chairman House Committee on Youth, Sports and Social Development between 2011 and 2015. Member Local Organizing Committee, 18th National Sports Festival in 2012. Lagos State delegate to many local, national and international sporting and political assignments. Member House of Representatives, Ijesha South Federal Constituency 2019 till date. And presently, Honourable Lawrence Babatunde Ayeni is the Deputy Chairman House of Representatives, Committee on Police Affairs. He belongs to the following committee in the House of Representatives: Interior, Sports, Public Procurement, Youth Development, Agric Production, and Pilgrim Affairs. Honourable Lawrence Babatunde Ayeni has sponsored over 10,500 people for desktop publishing and computer engineering courses within Ijesha land and state of Osun as a whole. Empowered over 3,500 people for hairdressing scheme. Empowered over 5,500 people for tailoring scheme. Empowered over 4,000 people for adire, tie and dye scheme. Empowered over 5,000 people for decoration, soap making, cosmetics, candle making, and wireworks. He has also rendered many financial assistance in various empowerment schemes. Honourable Babatunde Ayeni has received a lot of merit awards, but few of it will be mentioned. Award of Excellence Performance by the Lagos State Football Association, Philanthropist Award by the Africa Mouthpiece, Gold Award of Excellence by the Osun State Broadcasting Corporation, Patron NUJ Unique FM Chapel, Ilesha, Chairman Ijesha Land Electricity Committee, Patron Police Community Relationship Committee, and Patron Grassroots Football Coaches Council of Ijesha Land, amongst others. He has bagged the following chieftaincy titles: Ààrẹ Fiwagboyè of Ewu Land, Oshodi, Lagos State; Gbobaniyi of Esun Ijesha, Osun State; Atayese of Osun Land, Osun State; Opomulero of Ilobu Kingdom, Ilobu, Osun State; Bobakeye of Omo Kingdom, Omo Ekiti, Ekiti State; Amuludun of Ijesha Land; and Bobajiro of Ido, Ijesha. Honourable Lawrence Babatunde Ayeni is a proud member of the All Progressives Congress and is happily married to his wife of many years, Olubumi Ayeni, and they are blessed with 5 beautiful children. Araba, Ayeni ti digi araba, odigi araba.
In 2012, when we were in South Africa, about to make Benin, our players decided not to even show up for that day. Until when a delegate came from Nigeria to South Africa on that day before our players were able to perform. And at the end of the day, we won the cup, led by Stephen Keshi. Why is it every time? This time around, we must take the bull by the horn. In order to investigate well, is it the NFF, is it the ministry, or the organizer of the competition?
And recently, Honourable Lawrence Babatunde Ayeni rolled out the 8th edition of his empowerment program as Ijisha land stood still for the governor of the state of Osun, Boyega Oyetola. The event witnessed a massive program aimed at bailing thousands of idle youth out of the pangs of unemployment and hunger. The reports. For a man who is yet to complete his first term in the House of Representatives, his constituents agree that the gesture is commendable and unprecedented in the history of the constituency. On this day, Jeshalan stood still for the governor of the state of Osun, Boyega Oyetola, and Honourable Lawrence Babatunde Ayeni, as it turned out thousands of graduates in various vocational callings, hundreds of sewing machines, grinding machines, barbing empowerment equipment, as well as cobbler's workshop equipment were given to vocational graduates in their hundreds in various disciplines. Their trainers were handsomely rewarded cash-wise, while the tie and dye graduates were given take-off grants in their various groups. Governor Boyega Oyetola acknowledged Honourable Tunde Ayeni for always making life comfortable for his constituency and making their party APC proud through his empowerment programs.
So I commend him, and that's why, in spite of a lot of my activities today, I decided to make sure that I honor him. We commend him. We look forward to people of his time doing quite a lot for the people. It's a way of giving back to the society. I congratulate him. I congratulate the people that have benefited from this empowerment. And I admonish them not to sell those things that they have been given. They are supposed to use them for their trade. They are not meant for sale.
At the event, 1,300 new intakes equally had their matriculation and oath taken as they were handed over to their trainers.
Ìrànlọ́wọ́ àti gbéga gbogbo ènìyàn, akúnilọ́wọ́ gbé ní sókè kárànnílọ́wọ́. Ìgbáyé gbádùn àti dẹ̀rùn ará ìlú ló jẹ́ wá lógún ní Honourable LB Ayeni Foundation. Okay. Ìrànlọ́wọ́ àti gbéga gbogbo ènìyàn, akúnilọ́wọ́ gbé ní sókè kárànnílọ́wọ́. Ìgbáyé gbádùn àti dẹ̀rùn ará ìlú ló jẹ́ wá lógún ní Honourable LB Ayeni Foundation. Arónilágbára nípa kákọ́ṣẹ́ ọwọ́, àtúnrárí iṣẹ́ fúnni láyé ẹni ń ṣe o. Ìgbáyé gbádùn àti ìdẹ̀rùn ará ìlú ló jẹ́ wá lógún ní Honourable LB Ayeni Foundation.
When the people now voted me in then in 1999, I took it upon myself and I pray to God that since God has been with me then to become something in life, I say whatever I have, I'll be able to touch the masses. And here I am, as a member of Green Chamber. I thank God Almighty for giving me the opportunity to serve the people. I started in Oshodi. Now I'm not in Osun. Then I'm representing a federal constituency at the National Assembly. It means I'm serving my fatherland. And whatever I have, whatever I might have gathered there, whatever support they might have given me, I will make sure that my constituents, the masses, they are the first to reckon with and give them the dividend of what they have done during the election. I didn't been they voted for me, I wouldn't be in the National Assembly. And they might have seen many things in me before voted me in. And that is what you have seen today. And it will be happening every quarter of the year. It means that more than 3 occasions like this will occur in 2021.
Honourable Lawrence Babatunde Ayeni is no doubt the man of the people. Is a man who has the interest of his people at heart. In fulfillment of his promise to his constituents, Honourable Ayeni has empowered 50 teachers with laptop computers as part of efforts to enhance standard of education in his constituency. Distribution of the computers is the climax of a 3-day training of teachers and center coordinators on management of basic and post-literacy program in the constituency, which was facilitated by Honourable Ayeni.
You can see what is happening within our educational system, especially where we are now in digital age. That's why I decided that where do I touch them? Is it by giving them money? Or that's why I put see that let me help them through. One thing is that I have programs, I have plans, I have programs. Out of my program is educational program, which is the 6th agenda of my foundation. Then I decided that since God has gave me the mandate, opportunity to represent the Jesha people, especially my federal convent, let me come in through the digital aspect.
A beneficiary from Ilesha East Local Government Education Authority, Okwonla Amos, thanked the lawmaker for ascribing great importance to education of his constituents, saying the gesture was unprecedented in the history of the constituency.
I want to appreciate you because what you have been doing as speaking for you, the Lord will continue to strengthen you. The Lord will continue to bless you. The little that remains with you, Almighty God will multiply it. The scheme of work in a laptop, you can reduce data of the children you are teaching through the laptop. It is greatly useful for us, and I know we are going to make use of it effectively. What we have not seen in the teaching profession, we are now seeing it. The benefits we are unable to have access to, we are now having access to them. Therefore, my dear professional colleagues, I want us to reciprocate in 2 ways. One, through our profession, by doing our work effectively, so as to convince the leaders that they have not wasted their money on us. 2, ẹ jẹ́ kí orí wa kó ṣe kí ni kó change, ìlú mà ti yí o, orí ti change. To whom much is given, much is expected. My leaders, sir, want to exactly appreciate you, and we are promising you on behalf of all my colleagues, we are going to give you all the support we get from us, politically and educationally.
You are welcome.
Sir.
Yeah, afternoon.
Yes, sir.
You are welcome to my office.
Thank you, sir.
Have your seat. I welcome you to our office. That is office of Ilesha West, Ilesha East, Atakumonsa West, Atakumonsa in Osun State.
Welcome back, and this is the interview segment of the program. I have here with me the lawmaker representing Atakumonsa East, Atakumonsa West, Ilesha East, and Ilesha West Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, Honourable Lawrence Babatunde Ayeni. Sir, you're welcome to the representative.
Thank you. Pleased to have you.
Yeah, so let's start this way. How did you join into politics?
Though I started politics at the age of 17 and a half. So gradually, it's underage. But at the same time, the experience is there because I follow some of my leaders then. And my father was a politician. When Sagari won, Awolowo lost, because I have to summarize. You know, it pains us. Then on that day, the swearing of Mr. President, that was Sagari then, coming on October 1st. And I decided to witness that occasion.
Then I told my mom, during that time I was a footballer.
Oh, okay.
I do travel to many places. I just packed my boots and other things. I told my mom that I'm going to Lagos for a match.
Then
Not only for my mother that I wanted to witness the swearing of Mr. President. But immediately I enrolled as a footballer at Wekoro. Then I decided to further my education at the Ajegunle Technical College, Government Technical College, Ajegunle. So as an active politician, so I now entered school politics. Then I decided to contest as a councillor. Because people are here because I love something, challenge. I first contested under UNCP. I lost that election with 26 votes.
as a councillor.
As a councillor. Then in Wadi 1, Oshodi, it's all the local government. I decided to go on my own, float a business. Started buying Gary from Ekiti to Lagos, selling Gary at the same time facing the politics. So after then, I lost that UNCP, but within 6 months, something happened. Abiola died, Abasa died. That tenure ends. After that, I decided to contest under AD. Nobody gave AD chance.
To contest then.
No chance that they are going to win any seat. But we won, especially in the Southwest. And I became councillor under Oshodi Solo local government.
It is Alliance for Democracy.
Yes, AD Alliance for Democracy. And thank God I was made the majority leader of the council. But
For those who actually don't know, most people will say, okay, you're from this state. Apart from by marriage, that you
yes.
can go and
No. Okay. If the Constitution of Nigeria said that if you spent at least a year somewhere, and you're registered within that place, you can contest or you can vote there or voted for.
Beautiful.
So it depends on those people that live in that area. If they accepted you, that's it.
Okay.
I contested under Haiti, yes, even Oshodi Solo, and I won. I became the majority leader then. Then gradually, that is how I floated my foundation in Oshodi. Because the people love me, and I said, okay, I cannot be giving you money. I've suffered. I know what it takes to be within the profile of poverty. Then I said, okay, when God, if you give me this, I will do this. And that is why I floated the Ayeni Foundation. My business is booming. And doing what God sent me. Touching life. And people said I must contest in 2007. That is how I became member Lagos State House of Assembly. Getting to that place, I did not even lobby. I don't know what the leadership of the house. Then I made the chairman House Committee on Youth and Sport Development, the area which I love most. And I changed many things, which is there. You can ask, you can see, as anybody that within 2007 to 2015, youth development, sport development in Lagos State, Ayeni was there. And it helped me a lot. So that is how
you journeyed here.
The journey to this place, that is how Ayeni became.
So now talking about your people and your constituency, how close are you to your people?
Really, really close. I was in my constituency last week doing what I know best, empowering people. And I will be there next Saturday.
For
another one. Because this time around I want to touch at least 100 and something, maybe 103 teachers within my constituency. It's not the issue of the said IP or those things. Within me, I already trained almost 2,000 teachers that I've trained, not giving. After I trained you, I will give you the tools and pay the trainers. I'm still going to do more than in 2021 that is coming. I want to do patches. That is quarterly. So concerning my constituents, I don't know.
Now, the last one was the 8th empowerment, and you're just roughly a year in office. So you've done the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, And this is the 8th empowerment, and that was actually massive. So what prompted it?
When you say 8 in Osun State, I've been doing it for almost 18 years in Lagos before I left. I spent 4 years as a councillor, 8 years as an assembly legislator. Remove it from 18, it means I've been doing it before I became the Honourable, and after I left the office. And now when you say 8, and I just spent 1 year here, it's not because I'm in House of Prayer that I'll be doing this. So that is what I want you to take out of it.
It's already part
It's
of you.
part of it, and I will be doing
Something you enjoy doing.
And I think in 2021, that is coming now, at least I've already had 3 batches that I, not on I'm saying that I will train you, no, I will give you the tools and anything because I want to teach you how to fish. It's not that I'll be giving you fish today. If I give you fish today, I have that privilege to give you tomorrow. Anytime from now, my foundation, they have vocational centers. In the next 2 or 4 months, not 2 to 3 months to this time, at least I will commission it. Come to that place, come and learn something.
Free of charge?
Yes, it's free of charge. The equipment will there, everything will there. Then I've got branches. Now the cosmetic, I've already have a place at the Central Bank that the money will be there, buy the equipment, train, then, no, that you've already trained, but weekly you produce certain things, then you go and sell it. Gradually, you'll be expert, and at the same time, you have money to go and establish yourself. So, because enough of us did 200 naira, all right, sir, give me 200 naira. I will change it within my constituency within 3 years to this time. I still have almost 2 years. Forget about maybe you are going to. No, they gave me the mandate to serve them for 4 years. During that time, let me do my best. Your best may not be the best, but do your best and leave the rest.
Good.
Which I've decided to make sure that I think I've been a landmark that people will say about when Ayeni was there. That's.
Okay, so talking about service, now let's talk about health. What is your plan for your people in terms of health?
Nearly every year, I always carry out what they call outreach. I just organize the nurse, the medical personnel go to the place and carry out different tests and give them little that I can. But what I used to do, you must know your strategy, you must know what is wrong with you. But next year, in my consider, because I have a big office and the compound, which I will station the health personnel there in order for you at any time you come there and know your
states of health.
So that's it. I have many things.
Education?
Education is there. I do give scholarship to the student program. If I'm still alive, I will not stop it. And it's now mandated within my family. My wife, I told him, foundations will not die. If God say, today is my time, foundation must.
Must continue.
No, that's it. Because I know how and why I decided to have that foundation. And God has been helping me.
So on this segment, you've spoken in English.
Yes.
And because you're representing a certain constituency, when you go home, you don't speak to them in English. You speak to them in your local dialect.
Yes.
So briefly, a few minutes will give you the privilege to speak with your people in your local dialects. All you've said, what you intend doing for them, what you've done, and what they should expect from you in Yoruba.
Èmi Lawrence Babatunde Ayeni tí wọ́n rán wá sí ìlú Àbújá ní ilé aṣojú-ṣòfin. Mo ń fi dá wọn lójú pé màá ṣe gbogbo ipá mi. Lóòótọ́ wọ́n mọ̀ mí tẹ́lẹ̀ pé mo ní foundation kan tí mo máa ń ṣe ìrónilágbára gbogbo ẹ̀. Mi ò ní sọ pé mo wá sí ìlú Àbújá kó dáwọ́ dúró. Ó tún máa pọ̀ sí ni. Ní àìpẹ́ yìí ní ọjọ́ Saturday tó kọjá mo ṣe kan ṣùgbọ́n ìyẹn gan ò tí tó torí mo sọ pé ẹ̀ẹ̀mẹ́ta ni mo máa ṣe lọ́dún tá a máa ṣe. láti gbé àwọn nǹkan mèremère wọlé tí ó máa jẹ́ àǹfààní fáwọn ará ìlú. Màá ṣe ipá mi láti rí i pé wọ́n gbé àwọn nǹkan tí ó máa ń ìdàgbàsókè. Lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ká fi ọkàn balẹ̀, ká fi ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú ìjọba tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí, ká dẹ̀ jẹ́ kí àlàáfíà kó jọba. Torí ìlú tí ò bá sí àlàáfíà wàhálà ni ó, àti lè rí nǹkan kan ṣe. Mo dẹ̀ tún sọ fún wa, ìlú wa ti pọ̀ jù, a lè síbi tá a lè sá lọ. Ìyẹn ni mo sọ pé ẹ jẹ́ ká gba àlàáfíà láàyè kí ìjọba lè rí nǹkan ṣe. Ní agbára Ọlọ́run, gbogbo nǹkan tí ò sí ó máa tó á dẹ̀ dẹrùn.
So adúpẹ́ sà, Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ fún yín ṣe. So thank you very much for coming on, your representative.
Thank you once again.
And that's it on Know Your Representative this week. Thanks for watching. Join us same time next week for another interesting edition. For missed episodes, you can watch on our YouTube page, Mabase TV. Till then, stay safe. I am Maria Olashende.